Welcome to another video with Ben and Sarah from Patelines and Travel, and today is another cost video, the third in a series of videos that we've just started. Now we're full time on the road travelling. We thought we'd keep a record month to month of our costs and wait to the end because we've got some good tips on booking accommodation.
We are covering the month of August for this video, and we are in the UK for this month. We hadn't intended to be in the UK, but that's how it worked out, having had some car issues that we had to come back and get fixed under warranty. So we ended up in a place that we didn't intend to be, but it was okay, and we booked some short-term rentals whilst we were getting the car fixed.
Yeah, it was a bit of a transition, non-travel sort of month, wasn't it? Really?
It was a bit, yeah. We definitely levelled off in this month. We didn't really see a lot of stuff certainly compared to the first 2 months that we had, which were absolutely epic through Europe.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had to get the car sorted. That was our main transportation, so we didn't fancy conking out in Bosnia or something. But we've ended up in a nice place where we're filming now for the next month, so it's worked out pretty well. But we just had to get through August, which was tricky.
It was tricky. I mean, we always thought August could be a potentially difficult month, considering it's always going to be peak summer in the UK and Europe for booking accommodations. We never expected the trouble that we walked into, and I don't think we really want to get into it on this video, so we're going to link to the previous video that we recorded about our accommodation booking disaster this month.
Yeah, so watch this first, watch to the end, give us a thumbs up, but then head over there and if you want to see our disaster.
But we did learn some things from it, and we're going to share those tips with you at the end, which might just save your skin when it comes to your next short-term holiday rent.
31 nights accommodation in England was 2,432. 57.
Very precise.
We paid a pretty standard price, I suppose. It was an absolute mare, as we said at the start, so we've had to change our plans during the month as well.
Yeah.
I mean, when we talk about last minute booking, we were actually on the morning.
It was. We actually did have to end up booking something on the morning of the same day because of the disastrous situation we found ourselves in. So considering what we have been through with the car and the accommodation disasters this month, we've actually done pretty well to keep it under...
It's about 80 a night, I think, is it, roughly?
Yeah.
Rough guess.
And the accommodation costs have been going down month on month. We had started out trying to think we'll keep it under 100 a night, but we really wanted to get that cost down and tried to book longer stays in order to do that, to get some sort of discount, which, like we said, didn't really work out this month, but funnily enough the cost has actually come down, which is pretty amazing. Food and groceries, we spent £360 and 42 pence, and that's actually gone up from the first 2 months. I think I know why. There's two factors here. One is we're in the UK and they have pies, and they also have really nice tea. So we did stock up on a few home comforts, shall we say?
Yeah. Whiskey. I thought of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 20 quid.
True.
I don't know whether we bought that, probably.
I think we did, yeah. We bought a bottle of whiskey, our favourite whiskey.
We bought some extra stuff like I don't know if we bought stuff like washing. Did we buy the washing liquid?
True.
And the dishwasher tablets? There's a few extra things we bought this month.
So we were trying to stock up a bit on things that we could take with us for supplies, like you say, washing tablets, dishwasher tablets and washing powder. And again, because of the sort of brands that we're used to in the UK, we could easily find again once we were back here. And also, like you say, we bought a bottle of whiskey. I think we treated ourselves a bit, to be fair, because it was a bit of a rough month, and so why not?
Well, yeah, we don't tend to go out, so we do treat ourselves in other ways, don't we?
Exactly.
So,
and we needed it this month.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We enjoy whiskey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's always going to be on the shopping list, to be fair. I'm absolutely fine with that.
I'm totally fine with that as well. Yeah. And it didn't really go up by that much. Like £60 over the course of the month is really not that bad.
So fuel, 117.88. We definitely didn't travel nowhere near as far this month. We basically stayed pretty local, going to parks and just basically trying to sort the car out really at the beginning of it.
That's
so
right.
We didn't go far. And the petrol is probably pretty reasonable in the UK.
I was going to say, the price is actually a little bit cheaper from every country in Europe, in the UK actually. We were paying €160 a litre even in some countries, and here it's about 129.
Yeah, it is right now, some places.
I can't remember seeing a supermarket. Let us know in the comments if you know of a European
possible, I don't know.
supermarket that has its own petrol station, because I don't remember seeing one, but in the UK supermarket brands do have their own petrol stations, and they're often a bit discounted because they buy it in such bulk. So we tend to go to those, which gives it a couple of pence off a litre.
Yeah.
It all adds up. But there was a small charge for car hire, £15 this month, because our car was in the garage a bit, and one day we decided to take the garage up on their complimentary hire car for the day, which we just had to pay £15 for the insurance for, and that was to get us out to a park so that we could do some walking and just clear our heads a bit. And like you said, we didn't really go on long walks this month. We just stuck to the parks that were in the cities that we were staying in and got our exercise that way. The other small travel cost was £1.50 for some overnight parking, and that was during our absolute disaster. But I've got to say, I have never found overnight parking in a national car park that cheap before. That was £1.50 for 24 hours. Completely blew my mind. Obviously there was no vignettes because they don't exist in the UK, and we didn't go on any toll roads, so we didn't pay for any driving anywhere.
The total we spent was £2,927.37.
And that's pretty good for the month, I'd say. Things have actually gone down, and that, I mean, it is due to the fact that we didn't travel a lot and there wasn't any extra like ferry costs or train or anything like that. So yeah, it was a weird month, but it wasn't, fortunately, too expensive.
What are the tips that we were going to say?
So usually we do use Airbnb for booking. We've also used booking.com. We've looked into other platforms, but it's quite limited on what you can use, so we're referring to these two platforms mainly. Our first top tip is always read the refund policy. Each of these sites are individual hosts and they can set their own refund policy, so you always want to check carefully if you can actually get any of your money back should you need to. We ended up having to cancel on the same day that we arrived, and we fortunately got some of our money back, but that is not always the case.
No, quite a lot are non-refundable, and we're talking weeks before we even turn up to the Airbnb, so that is a bit of a risk if your plans change.
Definitely. I mean, anything could happen up until you turn up, and when you turn up, as we found out.
Yeah, some you're allowed to pay a bit more to be refundable.
That's right.
It's generally the rule, but they don't all have it.
No.
No. So yeah, just watch out for that.
It's a good idea.
Another tip for you is take photos when you arrive and when you leave. So if any of the hosts have a problem or say something to you out of line, and you think, what are they on about? You've got a record of it, they're dated. You can come back and say, look, I left it in perfectly good condition.
Yeah, it means you've got the evidence to send onto Airbnb or booking.com if you need to do that as well, which I think did help us in the situation that we were in. If you take them on your phone as well, they will automatically be date stamped and timed. So that's a proper record of it at the time. So if things should go wrong and you do find yourself in a situation where you're contacting the platform, Airbnb or whatever, our last tip is keep it in writing. Get onto their chat function and use that, and then take screenshots of the chat so that it doesn't disappear and you have a record in writing of everything that's been discussed. It is often encouraged or discouraged that you write it down rather than just get on the phone to them. We found that they just wanted to call us all the time, and much as that seems convenient, it does seem that those conversations, although they say they're recorded, aren't then referred to. So if you've got your own record, it might just back things up a bit for you.
You can't get access to what was said on the conversation once it's finished.
No.
That's for sure.
And those chats, they disappear as well. They don't stay on there. So yeah, taking screenshots, I think, is the way to go.
Yeah, that's all the costs for the third month of our nomadic life. If you like this content, give us a thumbs up and hit that sub. We've got loads more good stuff coming up. What it really costs to travel and our experiences coming up shortly. Yeah,
September I think is going to be a much better month. We are in Scotland at the moment in September filming this, so look out for more content from there. And thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, we really appreciate it. It's not a downer for us. We're totally going to keep going and just learn from our experiences. And that's how life goes.
See you in the next one.